In a couple of years, I'm going to hike the Appalachian Trail.
That is very off.
Yeah.
That is very off
So
topic.
my third passion is hiking.
Oh, jeez.
I love hiking. I do 10, 15-mile hikes on the regular over the summer.
Really?
Yeah, it's like I'm like itching to get back out hiking. Like it's something that I really, really love. So something I've always wanted to do in my life is hike the Appalachian Trail. It's like a 2,200-mile hike. It takes 5 to 6 months to do.
Wow. Okay.
Yeah.
See,
So-
that's a lot of vacation time.
Oh, yeah. Well, I mean, so I'm going to do that. I'm going to apply to grad school, and I'm going to do that right before I go to grad school.
Okay.
That's kind of the goal. So I'll apply to grad school, I'll hike the Appalachian Trail, I'll come back, I'll go to grad school, get a per diem nursing job on the side so that I can keep my skills up to date.
Of course.
And then go straight from master's into my doctorate.
Okay.
That's kind of
That's the
where
goal.
we're going to, yeah.
So-
That's like the 5, to 8 year plan.
Okay, so I also did see a lot of that hiking, and I'm happy that you brought that up. Is that just also, like, were you athletic as a kid?
No.
Absolutely not.
Absolutely not. So when I was
Is it
a
just
kid,
hiking? That's so funny to me.
it's interesting. So I've been skiing since I was 18 months old. So like I have that athletic aspect. Snowboarding since I was 5. My parents always took me on hiking. Mount Washington is the highest peak in whatever in New Hampshire, the Northeast, and I hiked that like 6 times as a kid.
Jesus.
So ever since I was a kid, I've always had hiking. It's always been like a part of my life. And then I had a friend mention to me, there's 48 4,000 footers in New Hampshire. And I don't like people to give me a challenge. Well, I do like them to give me challenges, but I know as soon as they give me that challenge, I'm going to do it.
48?
Yeah, so I'm on 35 of 48. And
35?
Yeah, so this summer I'm going to finish them. I think there's one hike I'm going to do that's 6 of them on one hike. And I did another hike. It was like a 22-mile hike this past summer. That was 8 of them.
So you just do hiking. I've been on 2 hikes in my entire life, and it was fucking impossible. It was impossible. Like, it was so fun for the first 30 minutes, right? And then you get to the point up in the mountain. Because I also went late fall, right? When do you start going?
I'm going to start last year I started in February. But because of my show, I don't want to hurt myself because last year I broke my hand 2 weeks before the show. Okay. So we're trying to not do that this year. I didn't do it hiking. It was like a crazy mishap story. But I was like, I don't want to hurt myself, so I'm going to start, the show's going to end and I'm going to go hiking the next day. That's my goal.
Okay, yeah, because I went hiking and it was super, super difficult because, once you get to the point where it starts getting cold and you start seeing the snow, especially because it was at the end it was in, not mid-fall, probably towards the end of fall, when you start seeing snow and you're like, holy shit, it's cold. By the time you get up to the top of the mountain, it's freezing, the wind's blowing, you can't talk, you can't see. It's impossible.
Yeah.
Hiking is such a difficult thing. It's such a difficult thing. And I would much, much rather, I've only been skiing twice in my entire life. I would much rather go up on a ski lift on the most freezing day ever because you come prepared.
Right.
But when you go hiking, the temperatures change drastically from the start to the end and then back. Why? Just why?
To be honest, so one of my favorite hikes, actually I posted a picture on Instagram today because I was reminiscing because I just love hiking and I was like, I would love to go on another winter hike. My friend Tyler and I hiked Mount Tecumseh, which is one of the smaller of the 4,000 footers, in a blizzard.
Wow.
And it was an amazing experience. You're hiking up, you're freezing, get to the top, you take pictures, your hands are going to fall off, you feel like.
Yeah.
But then you start going down, and it was basically a straight shot down, there were no rocks, and we started slipping and sliding and yelling with excitement and just having the time of our lives. But we were prepared. We knew it was going to be a snowstorm then. So an example of something I was prepared for but wasn't, I hiked the Presidential Traverse. Which hits 8 4,000 footers, 10 peaks in New Hampshire. And I did it on Labor Day weekend, and I started at 3:30 in the morning. And by the time I got to Mount Washington, it was about 1 in the afternoon. It was pelting rain on me. I was soaked, completely from head to toe. And, it was a horrible experience. I remember being there, walking the last mile up to the top of Washington. I'm like, this is miserable. I want to be
Of
done with
course,
this.
my God.
You know, but I got to the top and I had another half of the hike still. And I actually made the decision to be safe and bail out and then come back the next day to finish. But when I got down, when I got down to the bottom and my dad picked me up, I literally was like, this was such an exhilarating experience. And it was so humbling. He doesn't believe me.
No. So I was about to just say, like, the thing is, like I just told you, like, it was freezing by the time we got up. And when I went up, I went with an old friend, and she was into hiking, and she was into all this outdoorsy stuff. So when we did get down, literally the entire time from the time it was freezing to, like, I'd say halfway down the mountain, I was just miserable. I was super sad. I was wet. We fell in the water. It was cold. Like, I was just a sad, bad man, right? But by the time we got into the car, I was like, holy fuck, I did that.
You did that.
Like,
exactly.
I did that. It doesn't, like, yes, it was horrible, but I did that. And, like, that is kind of like, it's... Because I love that climb, I love the process, but no one actually likes it during the process.
You hate it during it. You're hiking, you're like, I am so miserable right now, but I just try to have a positive outlook on things. So when I'm hiking and I'm like, I remember I did my first solo hike and I was like, I'm ready, and I'm like running up the mountain, and I had to stop after like 20 minutes. I was like, because I was going way too fast. I was super out of breath. I was super nauseous. I laid down on a rock and I'm like, I'm never gonna make it. And I was like, calm down, Nicole. You're going to do it. It's all mental. And that's the thing with hiking is it's all mental. As soon as you get yourself there, you're at the top, you're looking at that gorgeous view, and you go, not everyone in the world will get to see this.
Nope. Absolutely not. There's millions of people that would not make it.
Right.
They would turn around.
And then you feel proud. You're like, wow, I am one of those people who gets to see this beautiful picture. And the White Mountains in New Hampshire are gorgeous.
So like I know you said you're 35 of the 48?
Yeah, 35 of the 48.
So you're 35 of the 48. Are they all like, did you wait to do the super hard ones last? Or is it like just random?
Random, what was going to work best for the day. You know, I did most of the hard ones. The Presidential Traverse, I would say, is probably the hardest of them all. It's also the most dangerous of them all because you spend the entire time above the tree line. So it's very windy. You could get blown over. There's rocks everywhere.
Yeah. Count me out.
You're like, I'm good. Bye.
Bye. No, that's actually not happening. If there's an easy mountain, or maybe even a hill, you call me. I'll join. But other than that, absolutely.
There's actually a few people at work who wanted to come on a hike with me. We should get everyone together and I'll take you guys on an easy one.
Yes, take us on an easy one.